I'm Angie Scharf. I'm the owner of Pack Leaders Dog Training. About 23 years ago or so, I had a very difficult dog of my own. Moxon is an Australian Shepherd mix. He broke skin on a couple people before he was a year old, and I didn't understand why. I had to get very creative on how to, make him a part of our lives and keep him a part of our lives. We worked with a couple local trainers, but it never really worked him through the reactivity that he had towards new people. So that's when I started seeking out more help, and I found it. I've worked with a lot of different trainers around the world that use different techniques and use different methods, and I've pulled from each one of them. I learned the most from that dog. I decided that that sort of training needed to come to Cedar Rapids. I was not the only one that needed that extra help. I can train any temperament, any age. Some people come to me with their dogs or puppies, or the happy-go-lucky puppy that's very motivated by food, that will sit and lay down and learn those commands very quickly. But I also work with the dogs that have behavioral problems, that are a little outside the box. I have a lot of empathy and compassion for those owners, knowing that they want better for their dog. They want to understand why their dog is reacting to other dogs on the street, or why they are reactive to people coming in the door and not in a positive way. They want to understand, why is he doing this, and how do I make it stop without breaking my dog's spirit? And so that's where I step in. My method of training can best be described as positive reinforcement, such as treats and praise, combined with appropriate corrections. The balance of the two creates a dog that does understand right from wrong, what you need from them in certain situations. Therefore, they're less confused, there's less frustration. E-collar is one of the most controversial training tools. It's also one of the most misunderstood and overused tools. We don't use it as a punishment tool, so it really takes professional help to get it right, and done properly, you get amazing results. I'd say the most common dogs that I work with and dynamics that I work with would be, someone gets a puppy and the dog's maybe 4 to 5 months old, and they want the dog to start off right.
When I first reached out to Angie, so Roxy was really little, and she was so high energy and just that goofy personality, but as a puppy she was, I would say kind of naughty.
She was quite the challenge because she had so much energy, and it was just exploding out of her.
I was most impressed by, when she first came in for the first lesson, how professional she was. And in a matter of minutes, without using treats, had Roxy very dialed into eye contact and body language.
And so just to kind of cap the excitement while maintaining the happy-go-lucky personality and not wanting to strip that from her, I would say mission accomplished.
It's hard to describe the amount of value that we've gotten from it. We look forward to every lesson, and we learn something every time.
We have people that have adopted dogs from the shelter, and you really don't know what you're getting there. And so we might be working through some behavioral problems or some learned undesirable behaviors. What's really neat about working with a reactive dog is, I get to see the beginning and the end result. And in the beginning, the dog might be fearful or anxious, and that's not a dog that's happy.
Having a reactive dog is really hard. We reached out to Angie, and she came over to our house, and it felt immediately like she was taking us seriously. She understood what it was like to be dealing with a reactive dog and was treating the issue with the care and intention that you would hope a professional would have. It was clear right away that Angie's very good at what she does. She was really focused on making sure that the relationship between Marty and I was gonna get better. This was about our connection. This wasn't about correcting him, getting him in line and breaking him down or anything. This was building him up and enabling him to be the best dog that he can be.
Marty has been a very rewarding experience. To watch him go from this dog that, at the park, he would see a dog from across the park and be barking and lunging at the end of the leash. The last time I saw Marty in a group setting, our pack walk, he was walking in the middle of the group amongst, 5 to 10 other dogs, and he was just walking being a dog. He wasn't bothered by them. He seemed relaxed. And I just remember looking over at him and smiling and just going, wow, buddy, we've come a long way.